Hello, welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke. As crowned by one of my haters, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed already. I can't do it without you. Can I get to 1,000 subscribers before July? Who knows? We will see. Okay, so the Nielsen figures for Boom have dropped. Now, somebody said that I should actually check the demographics for Disney Plus and how many countries that it is in compared to other countries before talking about the Nielsen figures. So I decided to do that. So if we go here, Disney Plus ranks number 7 with 58 countries that it is in. Netflix at 192 countries. And now I will say an interesting note should actually be HBO, because HBO, I believe, is owned by Disney. That is in 44 different countries. And the other one that's I also believe is owned by Disney is called Hulu, and it's not even there. Now, I might be getting mixed up there. I'm not entirely sure. I tried to look it up how HBO and Hulu actually work, but I couldn't really find out. Do they coincide with each other? What is it? I don't really know, but I did try to look. However, I would say that even with 58 countries that's in, that should still hopefully bring some sort of ranking to Doctor Who. I am aware that HBO, from what I could find out, airs Doctor Who right from the beginning at Christopher Eccleston, I should say, just to be clear, not the old ones. Christopher Eccleston, right through to the end of Jodie Whittaker's run. They do not air the current show as it is now, which I thought would actually be in the advantage, in the ballpark for somewhere like Disney, for a company like Disney. But apparently that's not the case. So I looked at those demographics, and yes, okay, there is a big difference, but I would have expected, at least with the amount of promotion that they gave it, and believe me, they gave it a lot, that they would have actually charted at least some of the shows on the Nielsen figures in the top 10, but they haven't. Bridgerton has come in at top 10 at the top on Netflix, and you've got Hulu, which is also owned by Disney, Grey's Anatomy, Madam Web. The only one specifically Disney, again, is Bluey. And then we've got Young Sheldon, Reba, Family Guy, Evil Bob's Burgers, Law and Order, Special Victims Unit. Now, Boom was actually like a fart waiting to go off, if you want me to be quite frank with you. I didn't like it. In the UK, the consolidation figures scored 3.58. Now, the shills for the company at that time were trying to explain it away with good weather and things like that. But now they're at the point where they can't even explain it away at all. They're just going with the fact that they are airing it at midnight on BBC iPlayer, which is why it's causing it to be this way. That's all they can go with. This was the top 50 for the week that Boom was shown, and it's not even on the top list. If we go to the lower down one, it only scored in at number 18. They said compare it to EastEnders, but you know what? Even some episodes of EastEnders were coming in higher than Doctor Who. Now, I did try to hunt around on the interwebs to find out if Disney were making any kind of excuse explaining away why Doctor Who wasn't doing particularly well. They haven't been able to. The UK, for the most part, the shills for the defense of it in the media in the UK seems to have just gone to a very standard argument that viewings have changed. Listen, I know that viewings have changed, okay? But like I said last week, when you were back in the era of Sylvester McCoy, where you had the worst rated episode, Sylvester McCoy only had the TV one and VHS. So you would watch it repeatedly around on VHS, and those would never count as views. And on top of that, some of the classic fans would get their little cassette recorders and they would actually record the entire episode and then go back and listen to it on repeat over and over again. Those would never count as views, so I do get it. It has changed. The fact that Shooty's era in the modern day, where VHS has disappeared and that we have DVD, Blu-ray DVD, and streaming services, can't even match that of Sylvester McCoy's final season. It's unexcusable. They've got to do something about it if we want the show to be saved. I don't want the show to completely disappear, but it looks like at this current moment in time, it could very well be going that way. So there you go. I will be reporting, of course, on the Nielsen figures over the next few weeks as they come out to see if there's any difference at all once the series is finished. I think it's a very far cry because Russell T Davies was saying, about the 28-day viewing figures for Doctor Who for Space Babies and trying to grasp on to those and use those as a defense and it's doing really well was actually telling us that things are not all great at the powers that be. Things are not going very well. I really do think that the BBC are looking for an excuse to actually get rid of the show altogether. Listen, I don't want it to go altogether. I do think it may need a rest. That's for sure. But, you know, who knows what's going to happen really at the end of the day. Series dump, it's a possibility. Acts in the show, it's a possibility. We just don't know what we're going to get. That's it for today's video. Don't forget to join me tomorrow again at 4 p.m. Thanks very much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to. And I will see you in the very next video. Bye-bye.